Howdy, folks. Right before this, I dropped my phone, getting the dogs in the water, and it bounced and landed right in the river. Oh my gosh, you're right in the river. All right, so happy Friday. Up here in the mountains with my two dogs, and gorgeous day and all that wonderful things. Dax is doing super well. Spent 5 days in the mountains, and everyone's got their mojo going on here, so this is awesome. So, Glam Drings. I got some funny comments from that guy, one of which is, there's like different kinds of tunings, and this guy's like, yeah, it's more like a spacey psychedelic tuning, and I'm like, well, I think that's good. I think he likes it. It's the trippy tuning, okay. But I get what he's saying. It's a really interesting, engaging tuning. I got this track that I've been listening to, which is like a Japanese reggae band, classically trained classically in Jamaica, but they got these like the track I've been listening to has these like synths that swell to the right and the left of you, and on Glam Drings those are like behind, slightly below and behind my head, to the left and right, like 5 feet away, which is pretty amazing. And speaking of that, on my tunings I attempt to have the best 3D stage I can possibly get, and Glam Drings is no slouch at all. It is probably slightly less good than the EJ07, but the reason for that is because the EJ definitely has a rolled off tuning in the treble areas, but it's in such a special way. It's so perfect that it really makes your brain think that you're in a real space. That's a good boy, Daxie. You're a good boy. Daxie thinks as I'm talking, he has to stop or something. It's weird. Anyway, good boy. Let's go. So yeah, the Glam Drings has more treble extension and such, so it definitely doesn't have quite the 3D amazing holographicness of the EJ, but it's probably at least the second best set I've ever heard, and in some senses better as far as the imaging goes, funner perhaps in a different way, but so compared to Eru, which I'm not making anymore, Glam Drings has good boy has a more focused sound, and Eru is fairly highly diffuse, which was, when you hear it, right? It's like a really interesting thing, more like headphones or speakers in a room rather than sort of the more focused imaging of in-ears. But I like both, and Glam Drings, I hate to say it, but it's, I think I like it more than Eru. I don't know, it depends on the day of the week, and honestly the tracks and the mood I'm in, but with the more focus you get more bass, and so there's some, other effects. So the new run of Glam Drings is going to be silver. Reason for that is because I need to get the original, like the older pairs. I think that Let's Sure might have changed some things in the production somewhere in the later drivers, and I don't want to deal with it. I want the older pairs. So, it is what it is. I will mention this. Also, the form I had people fill out is not actually the order form. I said that. I wasn't really thinking what I was talking about for some reason. But that was to gauge interest, to buy as many sets as I possibly needed so I could make them first. And then there will be an actual form. People will fill out their stuff, hit the order button, and bam. They will be put in a box and shipped. There will not be any build time. And that's the way I want to do this from now on. Let's go, bud. That's a good boy. Any other odds and ends? Yeah, I'm getting Twilight in. Really wanted to hear Softer's top of the line set because the RSV is a forever set. Pulled it out recently and that thing just knocks me the hell over. It's maybe not quite as good as Glam Drings in some senses, but it has the same sort of mojo open tonality that hits my brain like a ton of bricks, and probably hits very close to my own head related transfer function. So RSV is just amazing, and I really, really, really need to hear the Turi. Sorry, not Turi. I almost bought Turi, but the Twilight. I think it's probably the same driver with some different stuff, maybe, possibly. But that's coming in. That'll be my first set in forever that actually I care about, and it's very expensive. Very, very expensive. And other than that, I got Project Red, and Paul Wasabi sent me a little care package. I got Kiwi Ears Orchestra Light, they will all have reviews. And there's another one that's silver, maybe like a tin something. So a few sets, and other folks are sending me some of their unliked things so that I can, I don't know, probably tear them apart on video or something. And I'll try and do that in a nice, funny way rather than a mean way. You know, why not? And other than that, everybody have a great 4th of July weekend, and I will talk to you soon.